Hello everyone, and welcome to Mindo Monday. Today we will talk about triggers, what they are, how they work, and how to work through them. Mindo Monday is a weekly series of short lessons designed specifically to help you improve yourself, improve your daily life, find motivation, and find courage to pursue your life's dreams and be your best self. All in less than a coffee break. My name is Aglia Vaite, and I am here to take you on a journey of self-discovery. I'm just like you, so if I did it, you can do it too. Triggers, simply put, are things that irritate us, that cause us to snap or to hurt, or generally to react in a negative way. On a deeper level, however, triggers are actually our internal issues that we have not yet worked through in our journeys. And this is really important to understand because as soon as it really sinks in, you will discover a completely new reality inside yourself, and it will hold so many answers to questions, some of which you didn't even know you had. If you ever wonder why did you snap at your mom like that when you know that all she did was try to help? Or why is it that you can't stop thinking about that stupid comment your colleague made last week? All the answers to the above questions are in the triggers. Now, you need to understand one thing before we start. This is not some replace the loose screws or fix the broken parts kind of journey. I've been working on myself for years now, and I still have so many triggers hidden in my mind. Some of which I'm aware of, some pop up and surprise me every now and then. And more commonly than not, once you work through certain triggers, you will find other ones that need working on. Imagine this is like a beautiful garden, and your triggers are weeds that are spreading in it. Even if you removed all the weeds, a few weeks later you will find some new ones popping up. Your mind is the same. It's a beautiful garden that needs constant care and reflection. It's a process, not a goal. There is no end to that journey, and that's okay, because it's the process, not the end result, that matters. So firstly, how to identify your triggers. It will be easier for some than others, and that will depend on how humble your ego is. Because this process will hurt your ego quite a bit. So if you have a sensitive ego, this will be especially difficult for you. But don't get discouraged. The benefits of this are worth the struggle. Imagine, it's like working out in the gym. The harder you are pushing your body, the more difficult the exercise, the more your body is progressing and the much more benefits you are getting from it. Same with your mind. So to identify your triggers, you will need to look at the things and comments and opinions that cause you to react in a negative way. I would start with the most obvious ones that got the biggest reaction out of you. Take a pen and paper, sit down and write down 10 things that really upset you within last week. Out of these 10 things, circle the ones that caused you to overreact and regret it afterwards. If you don't see ones you regret overreacting to, find those you feel maybe you could have reacted a bit differently to. Maybe it was a bit too much from your side. Leave the ones you have not circled for later. And now focus on those you have. Write each one of those on a separate page and underneath write down a question list of whys. Why did I react in this way? Why did it upset me so much? Why do I feel like I overreacted? Why did I overreact? Why do I feel so affected by this? Then follow that list with another list of what questions. What is the situation that made me react as I did? What was the main word, point, action that triggered me? What did that word, point, or action made me feel and why? And lastly, what do I wish I had done differently? Then write the answers to all of these questions. Do this for each of the situations you picked out, then compare them. Are there some that overlap, that maybe point to the same feelings or have similar words or actions? Do they stem from a similar source or maybe recall a similar memory? That is your triggers. That's how you work out what those triggers are. Secondly, we need to start working through those triggers. I recommend self-reflection in order to understand where these triggers are coming from, and meditation to help you release these triggers, work through them, and then let it go. Journaling will help a lot too, writing down your feelings, accepting them and letting them go. Always remember, all your feelings are valid, but just because they are valid, it doesn't mean we have to wallow in them and throw them around like some old confetti. Negative feelings, even though valid, won't benefit you nor anyone else around you. And wouldn't you wish to have a life of joy, happiness and fulfillment rather than wallowing in self-pity? It might be quite difficult to admit certain things and certain insecurities to yourself. Because your ego is hardwired to protect itself, so it might try and come up with excuses that will place the blame externally. If you catch yourself doing that, just take a few deep breaths. Tell your ego to step aside. There's nothing wrong with being imperfect. Imperfection is the true beauty in life. And even if it hurts to admit to yourself the flaws you have found, that's okay. This is your first and most important step to healing. Now, some examples of triggers could be your parents saying, "When will you get a real job?" Or a friend long time not seen making a silly comment, for example, "Oh, you've been eating well since I last saw you." These sort of things, if they hurt you, they are pointing towards insecurities and limiting beliefs you still hold about yourself. If the comment about a job is a trigger, you probably lack belief in yourself and might be subconsciously questioning or fearing your career choices. This doesn't mean you made wrong choices. Definitely not. It just means you need to work out why you fear your choices might be wrong. It could be because deep down you crave the approval of your family, for example. Then you would need to work out why is it that the approval of your parents is so important to you. That could come from a hidden low self-esteem. Why do you have low self-esteem then? Maybe there is a hidden issue of rejection or abandonment or betrayal. These can come from days when we were very, very little. I won't get any deeper into this. I hope this was enough for you to see my point. So what you want to do is not try to change your reaction, is to find the underlying deep issue and work on that. Because once that wound is healed, everything else will naturally heal too. That's why it is so important to treat the underlying issue, not the symptoms. That's all for this week. Next week, we will be talking about how to make small adjustments in your life to create big changes. Thank you very much for watching or listening. Please hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. And if you got any value from anything I said, please share this with your friends, your family, your colleagues. Share it on your social media and please tag me if you do. We can only grow organically and we need your help, so please help us build a better world. Have a fantastic week. I will see you all again next week, same place, same time. And remember, you improve your life by improving one day at a time.